In today's video, I'm going to share the ad format that we're quietly using to scale our clients' info offers up to multiple 6 and 7 figures a month. And the best part is these ads don't take a lot of prep and planning. They're simple and easy to make, and they don't feel like ads, which means they often convert significantly better than traditional talking head straight to camera ads. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Sebastian Robeck. After selling my own 7-figure-a-year coaching business, I then went on to work as the CMO for dozens of 7- and 8-figure info brands, including Cole Gordon and Closers.io and several others. And current day, my team here at 7FM scale high-ticket info and coaching businesses up to multiple 6 and 7 figures a month, and we do it completely done for you. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. If you're the founder of a high-ticket info or coaching business, and if you're stuck at a couple $100,000 a month, one of the biggest needle movers for your client acquisition is going to be better performing ads. And this video is going to show you exactly how to do that. So what I first want to walk through is just the general current state of info marketing ads at the moment. And this is what I've been seeing over the last 4 or 5 years, literally consulting and hands-on managing dozens of clients in this industry. Number one, most info business ads are just talking heads. So you've got your standard, just, you put the founder in an office space or maybe somewhere in their home office or somewhere outside. You just go straight to camera, give them a script, 2 to 3 minutes, pain point call out, solution, blah, blah, blah. And then you fill in the rest with fancy edits and B-roll. But the problem with that is that as you already know, there's a huge lack of trust in most industries at the moment. And part of the reason for that is because people are just tired of being sold to. Like, people don't want to be on their Facebook or Instagram newsfeed or even watching a YouTube video and feel for that. So that's why what's working incredibly well right now are what we call demo ads. And again, I'm going to break down exactly how these work and some examples and how you can implement this structure for your ad creatives. But the reason why these demo ads really work really well is because they're going to show your process in action, not just tell the market what you do. And this is a huge shift, because if all you're doing is telling, it's just really hard for someone to believe that you actually know what you're talking about if you don't ever show them you know what you're talking about. And these demo ads can really work for any sort of funnel you're running traffic to. So if you're running a VSL call funnel, if you're running a low ticket funnel, these work exceptionally well. We have a client right now where we're spending roughly $3,500 a day on Facebook traffic to a low ticket funnel. And these ads have literally cut our front end cost per acquisition on the low ticket by over 50%. It's insane, which makes it's a complete game changer at this scale. These also work incredibly well for webinar funnels, both live and evergreen. So either one, these demo ads will crush for. And again, really any other sort of funnel, if you're running an Instagram profile funnel or a DM funnel, same thing. These demo ads will absolutely crush for you. So I want to talk about what demo ads actually are. So for a lot of info businesses, the style of ad that they're running, and you might be doing this as well, is just the traditional talking head straight to camera ad. Hey, if you're a real estate investor and you're struggling with X, Y, and Z and you want blank, 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 listen up, right? Just kind of your standard stuff. But again, the problem with that is everybody's doing it. And again, to be clear, it's not that these talking head straight to camera ads don't work. I want to make that very, very clear. They can work, and there's always going to be a place for them in the sort of repertoire of ad creatives you run. However, if you want to start seeing outsized returns in your marketing and your ad dollars, you need to do the things that not everybody else is doing. Zig when they zag, right? And this is one of the best ways to do that. So a demo ad does essentially the opposite of what your standard talking head ad does. It actually demonstrates, that's why we call them demo ads. It will demonstrate your method, your process, your expertise on screen. Literally, as somebody is watching the ad, they're seeing you demonstrate a particular sort of micro part of your overarching process. And these will also show real examples and the process live in action. So somebody doesn't have to imagine what it's like to do the thing you're telling them they should do. They can actually just see in the flesh for themselves, well, through the screen, of course. So one very, very simple example is, here's exactly how I find high ticket clients. Watch me do it live, right? Now, By the way, I'm going to show you the 4 specific types of demo ads here in just a second, and I'm going to give you multiple examples of each of those so you can really get a wider view of what these could look like, no matter what niche you're currently operating in. And here's why the shift to demonstration style ads can work incredibly well for you. Again, people will see your thought process, not just hear your words, right? Because there's one thing to hear you say, we help real estate investors do X, Y, and Z. We help busy parents do X, Y, and Z. But it's a totally different ballgame if you can show them a micro component of that actually happening live, without them having to imagine it. The other reason why these demo ads work incredibly well is because they feel educational, not salesy. I have to emphasize this because, again, people are just burned out with being hard sold to. They want to feel like they're actually getting something. And as the saying goes, the best way to show someone you can help them is by actually helping them. These demo ads do exactly that. So somebody within 30 to 60 seconds is going to feel like they already have gotten some amount of value from you for free. So the next step in them going and taking that action, buying your low ticket, going and watching your VSL is going to feel a lot easier for them to do because they've already feel like they've gotten something from you. They also build trust through connection and transparency. So again, we're not necessarily trying to have you come on the ad and be this like on your high horse guru. It's like more grounded and down to earth, and you're actually connecting to the audience by demonstrating what it is that you do. And lastly, it gives them a taste of your actual expertise. So again, you're seeing the central theme here, right? We're not asking the prospect to trust our words. We're literally showing them how what we do works and why it works well. So let's get into the 4 specific types of demonstration ads that we have seen to work the best. We're using these currently. This is not stuff that we were using 2-3 years ago and no longer works. This is what we're doing currently in 2025 to scale our clients' info offers. Now, a few golden rules here, and these are incredibly, incredibly important before you start making these demonstration style ads, is what we have found to work the best is typically these ads need to be less than 2 minutes in total. So that means the actual hook, the demonstration piece, and then the call to action. You ideally want that to be less than 2 minutes just because of people's attention spans. We have seen longer ads work. We have seen ads that are 3, 4, sometimes even 5 minutes work well. So it's not that they don't work. It's just that more often we have found roughly around the 2-minute mark to be what works the best. You also want these ads to not be highly edited or produced. I know this is a little bit of a counterintuitive piece here. High performing ads are always going to be highly edited, right? That's kind of the traditional approach. Not necessarily. What we're finding is these demo ads, when they're more raw, real, and just feel like an actual human being, not some like internet character necessarily, they actually create a lot more emotional resonance with the market and therefore convert a lot better. The next golden rule is inside the demonstration portion of the ad, you want to solve a micro problem that your market has. So what you don't want to do is try and solve all their problems in a 60-second video because that's just impossible, and it's also going to overwhelm them with too much information. So what you want to do instead is solve one specific problem that your market has, or address a particular really, really sticky or strong belief that your market holds about their problem, about the potential solutions, about what it is you're trying to help them do and solve, and address that in the demonstration portion. So again, you don't want to give them too much. You want to pick one thing and solve it very clearly and very well in the video. You want to showcase how your method is different, unique, or better than what they've tried. So don't just say, here's how I do X, Y, and Z. You want to show them how you're doing X, Y, and Z. And as you're showing them, you want to go, and the reason this works better than, say, a traditional blank, blank, blank for whatever your market is because this methodology does blank, which means you get blank, blank, and blank as a result. Right? So you want to actually show them not just what you're doing, but why it's better than the things they've tried in the past. This is very, very important. I cannot emphasize this enough. I've had to sort of train our clients on this quite a bit. So you as the founder have already solved the problem you're trying to get your market to solve, right? Or you're trying to help them solve rather. And so what you need to remember is that what's normal to you, like wherever you're at in your journey as the founder, is most likely still going to be mind-blowing or at least relatively new information to your market. So don't overthink this is my point here. Don't think you need to have some crazy demonstration style ad where you're showing the most complicated process and you're showing it in the most complex manner as possible. In fact, the opposite almost always works better, which is simple, specific problem and demonstrating a simple, specific solution to that problem. And again, just don't overthink it. And what you think is normal to you and what you think your market's going to find boring is the stuff that you want to actually make ads around, because that is more than likely going to be the things they are dying for to have solutions for. So let's dive into the 4 types of demo ads. Type 1 is the process demo. So this is where you're showing your actual methodology step by step. Now remember, not your entire method. Like, you're not going to take your entire method that's inside your high ticket offer and show that in this 60 or 90-second ad. That's not what we're saying, but you're going to show the entire method for the specific problem you're helping them solve in that ad. What you want to do is you want to either screen record yourself doing the work or record yourself on camera actually doing something like physical. So for example, let's say you have a low ticket offer for a particular market, and let's say it's a PDF download. It's a sort of cheat sheet of sorts, right? What you would do is, instead of saying, hey, if you want this cheat sheet, blah, 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 no, actually go ahead, print out the cheat sheet, show it on camera, and literally walk through with somebody on the screen or on camera how they're going to use that cheat sheet to solve their particular problem. So you can either fill in the cheat sheet live with literally a pen and paper. You can do it via a Loom screen recording, whatever it is. But you want to show them the actual method and show yourself using the thing you're trying to get them to buy. Next up, you want to narrate your thinking as you go. So this is really important. So as you're showing them the process, you want to go, and the reason I do it this way is because of X. The reason I don't do this is because of X. The reason this works is because of X, Y, and Z. So you're actually building these new beliefs for them and shifting them out of their old beliefs, which is stopping them from getting the solution to their problem. Now, what I've done here, and you're going to get access to this Notion doc in the description of this YouTube video, is I have given 4 buckets of examples for each of these demo ads: wealth and finance, health and fitness, relationships, and parenting ad styles. I'm not going to go through all these examples because there's quite a few, but I would definitely recommend you look through these and use them as inspiration for your own demonstration ads. Even if you're not operating in any of these 4 niches, these examples, I guarantee, will spark some ideas for you. So go through these in your own time. There's quite a few really, really good ones in here. And again, that'll help you spark some new ads for your particular offer and market. Type 2 is the analysis demonstration. So this is where you analyze somebody else's quote unquote stuff. So one example might be, hey, I'm going to audit this $500,000 a month business and show you what's broken and stopping them from scaling. So then I would literally pull up, this would say, for example, be for my business, where I'm going to show you exactly how, a $500,000 a month business is stuck at that revenue level. And I'm going to pull up a spreadsheet and show you this and show you that. I'm going to pause. I'm going to point out the issues. I'm going to explain what I would fix. And through doing so, I'm demonstrating my expertise because I'm solving problems in real time. So again, you've got 4 buckets of examples here. I'll just give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. So like, here's a relationship example, right? Let's say you're a dating coach. Hey, I'm going to analyze this dating profile and show you exactly why it's not getting matches and how I would fix it. Boom. You pull up the dating profile, you audit it of sorts, you analyze it, you break it down, you annotate with a little, the pen on the screen or whatever. Another one could be, hey, I'm going to break down this text conversation and explain where it went wrong and how I would do it differently to get X, Y, and Z outcome. Right? Boom. So again, you're analyzing somebody else's sort of journey or process. Of course, you need to get consent from whoever, if you're using, say, a client's example or whatever. But these work extremely well because, again, you're showing your expertise through real-time problem solving and creating solutions in real time. And the other reason that this works really well at a deeper subconscious sort of psychological level is the people that are watching this that are having the same problem are going to go, shit, that's me. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, this guy or this gal clearly knows how to solve that problem that I am facing. Okay, I need to know what else they have to offer. That's going to happen very, very sort of automatically by you demonstrating your expertise in these demo style ads. So the third type of demo ad is the tool demo. So this works really well if you are giving some sort of a spreadsheet, a PDF, a copy and paste thing, any sort of a tool. Of course, this works incredibly well if you have a SaaS. This goes without saying. But what you want to do is take your tool or your system or whatever it is that you're giving away, that sort of asset, and you want to just show how you use it. So for example, one of the tools that I give away here on the channel is the $1 Million a Month KPI dashboard, which, by the way, shameless plug, you can go ahead and grab that in the description. It's completely free. And I show exactly how you can use that dashboard to model out the growth inside your info business and get to your desired revenue targets by plugging in your existing marketing and sales metrics and reverse engineering from there. And instead of me just telling you about that sheet, again, I literally show you after you opt in, you get a video that walks through exactly how to use it. So it's the same thing. You want to take your tool and you want to walk through your actual process of using the tool, show some data, show some real, whether it's numbers or examples or whatever it is. And this can literally apply to any industry. I'm telling you, don't think it's just for a business consulting offer or whatever. This can literally apply to any industry. You just got to get a little bit creative to figure out how to use it for your particular offer. The reason why this works really well, this particular style of demo ad, is people get to see the behind the scenes. And that's what people want. They don't just want to be told something's great. They want to see behind the curtain that something actually works and can help them achieve their outcome, or their desired outcome rather. So let's look at an example for health and fitness, right? So like you could literally, if you're a fitness coach, you can show an example of the tracker that you use to optimize your sleep and recovery. Or you can show the particular device that you use to monitor a specific metabolic health metric and how you use it to do X, Y, and Z. So again, you can get creative here. You can think out of the box. Don't think, well, I don't have a software or I don't have a spreadsheet, therefore I can't do this sort of tool style ad. No, there's definitely more that you can use than you probably even know. You just gotta spend a little bit of time thinking about it. Type 4 is the case study demo. These work insanely well. These work especially well in B2C style offers like health, make money offers, relationships, etc. This style of ad is very simple. You're just going to walk through a real client's journey step by step. And it could be as simple as you put a whiteboard in your office, turn the camera on, again, try to get it to be under 2 minutes, and you're just going to walk through, hey, here's how we took a client from X to Y. Let's say it's in the health niche. Here's how we took a client from severe gut issues to regular bowel movements that are pain-free and more energy and mental clarity than he or she could have ever imagined using this blah, blah, blah that I'm about to show you. Step 1, we did this. Step 2, we did this. And step 3, we did this. That's all you need to do for a sort of case study demo ad. And you don't need to give away an insane amount of information. It can just be 1 or 2 little tidbits per sort of main point that you're making. And that's all it takes. It doesn't have to be anything more than that, because you're creating value for your market instantly. You're not just selling some random product or service. These case study demo ads work particularly well when you can show some sort of a before and after, and you can explain each step of the transformation. So it's like, we took a client from this to this, and like I just shared, we did it by doing X, Y, and Z, and you can even give a little bit of information during each step as to why you did what you did and why that worked and all that. If you have them, you want to try and use as many real screenshots, data, examples, any real visuals, even just pop up a photo of the client, of course, with their consent. If you have a health offer, for example, let's say your client did some testing before working with you and their tests were way off the mark, like their blood markers, for example, were just really out of whack. And then they did the test afterwards and it was just a night and day improvement. Show those before and afters left and right, side by side on the screen. Even that little demonstration alone will provide more value for the audience than 30 to 45 seconds of you talking about your client's blood panel results before and after. So at this point, you probably have the gears turning. You're probably already thinking of ideas for your own demonstration style ads, and you can probably start to see why these ads will outperform your talking head straight to camera ads. Just to give you a reminder, reason number 1 is they give immediate value, so people can actually get something just from watching the ad alone. And what's great about this is, let's say you're running this ad on Instagram and somebody sees the ad, gets some value, but they don't click because they go to your profile because they're curious to learn more about what you do. That ad might still be fresh in their mind, and it still might make them want to go and stalk your Instagram content, watch 20, 30 of your reels, and then they'll go and click the link in your bio and opt into your VSL or buy your low ticket or whatever it is. But the ad initially that was very value driven and demonstration style is what got them there. So even if they didn't directly go from the ad to the next step in your funnel, that's okay. The ad still did its job. And it's again because, one of the reasons is because it provides immediate value. So you're showing, not just telling. Reason number 2 is you're proving you actually know your stuff. Anyone can get on camera and say, I'm amazing at this. We've helped 50,000 clients do X, Y, and Z. You being able to show them that rather than tell them will create far more trust with them than just your words. Reason number 3, and this is crucial, they don't feel like ads. So what I'm finding right now with all of our clients is the more we try and make an ad feel like an ad where it's really in your face, super hard hitting direct response, they just don't work as well as these sort of non-ad style ads. And especially when you do it demonstration style, it just works better because you're educating, you're giving value, people are going to be more engaged. The ad platforms tend to like those ads a lot more, so they'll serve them to a higher quality pocket of traffic. They just work better. Number 4, these ads will also handle objections naturally. So this is huge. So instead of you having to tell them, hey, you don't have to do X, Y, and Z with this method because of blank, 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 and you trying to quote unquote handle the objection yourself, the demonstration is what handles the objections for you and for them. And it does it on a very subconscious level, but it does it very, very effectively because there's a visual element. There's something they can feel, taste, touch. There's a tangibility element to it that just doesn't really come with you saying something verbally in the ad. So let's go into how to create these demo ads that convert. It's very, very simple. You've probably already gotten the wheels turning, like I said. All you need to do is, number 1, pick your demo topic. So pick something that you can show and demonstrate within 60 to 90 seconds. Make it valuable, but don't make it this huge, totally comprehensive thing because you want to leave them wanting more. That's the idea with these ads. You don't want to give away every single component of your entire method or system in this demo. You want to pick a specific part of your process that solves a specific problem with a very particular solution. And again, you want to pick processes that look impressive and can clearly demonstrate your value and your expertise, but don't necessarily give away, again, all your secret sauce. Step 2 is script the demo. So again, it's very, very simple. It could literally start with, in the next 60 seconds, you're going to learn exactly how to do X without blank. Then you literally just start showing them how the process works and you narrate your thinking as you go. Then you want to point out key insights as you're going along. So point out what most people miss, things that people get wrong, and then how to fix it. Then you want to end with a soft transition. It can be as simple as, hey, this is just one piece of information that we cover in our X, Y, and Z starter kit or whatever the low ticket product is or the VSL or whatever. If you like this video and you want to learn more about how we help clients do X, Y, and Z, then go check out the blank, blank, blank. It's that simple. Production tips, as I said, you don't want to overproduce these things. That also doesn't mean you want the quality to be shit, to be clear, right? Because you can't save a shitty looking and a shitty sounding ad. So you do still want it to be solid audio quality, but again, don't overproduce it. Don't go crazy with the editing and massive amounts of B-roll. You want to keep it relatively fast-paced and tight, so don't speed talk like a maniac, but try and eliminate as much fluff as possible from the ad just to keep it tight, just due to attention spans on the ad platform. I would also recommend adding some captions. These don't need to be fancy, just some very basic follow-along captions for people to see on the mobile placement specifically. And then step 4, you've got your hook and your CTA. So it's literally just watch me do X in the next 60 seconds or watch me fix specific problem in the next 60 seconds, give the value, demonstrate for the next, 30, 45 seconds, maybe 60 seconds of the ad, and then give a CTA to take the next step in your funnel. It's that simple. The key is making sure you're solving a specific problem that your market actually has and that is dying for a solution for, and that you make it very simple and clear to understand how what you're showing them is fixing that problem and leave them wanting more. So here are some common mistakes that people make when creating these demonstration style ads and how you can avoid them. Number 1 is making it too complete. Again, don't give away too much in these. Mistake number 2 is poor production quality. So as I said, these don't need to be over edited or overproduced. However, if you have a blurry screen recording, it's gonna kill the entire ad. So you just want to make sure you have those little things in order when you're making them. Mistake number 3, this is huge, is not having a clear next step for them to take. So if you just demonstrate and you just give the value and you say, I hope you found that video helpful, see you in the next one, well, they're not going to know what to do next. And if they don't know what to do next, they're probably going to do nothing. So you just want to make sure you have a very simple, clear CTA to bridge the demo ad to your actual offer in the next step of your funnel. So if you avoid those 3 mistakes and you follow exactly what I laid out previously as far as how to create these demo ads, I promise you, you will have ads that outperform your talking head straight to camera ads. It's going to open a whole new world of ad style for you And you're going to get clients that are coming through from those ads with just a higher level of trust, a higher level of content consumption through the rest of your funnel. I promise you, we're literally doing this right now for several of our info clients, and it's just working so much better than the traditional ad style. Bottom line, to wrap up here, people are tired of being sold to. Remember that. Keep that in mind. They want to see what you actually do, not just take your word for it. These demo ads will quote unquote sell your product, your service, the next step in your funnel by giving value. So instead of you having to like come up with some fancy pitch, you're just giving value, and then that value exchange or that value demonstration in and of itself will do the selling for you. Next up, these ads feel educational. And that is what people are looking for. People want to be educated. They want to be shown a new way of looking at their problem, a new way of getting to their desired outcome. And ultimately, when you do this and you're not showing up like a used car salesman in your ads, they're going to perform a lot better on, I would say, all the ad platforms, which is what we're seeing right now, even on longer form platforms like YouTube. Lastly, these ads show, don't tell. The more you can show in your marketing, your content, just your entire client acquisition ecosystem, the better off you'll be. So I hope you found that video helpful. Go out, start making these demo ads. I promise you, if you do, it might take you a couple tries. It might take you a few iterations of these because it's going to be probably a little bit different than what you're used to making for your ads. But if you do these, I promise you, you're going to start to see better results with your paid traffic. And as I said, if you're the founder of a high ticket info or coaching business and you're stuck at a couple $100,000 a month and you aren't quite sure what the bottlenecks are and you don't really know how to get past them, then I would highly recommend you pick up the $1 Million a Month KPI dashboard. It's in the description. It's by far the best tool for you to get clarity on your marketing and sales metrics. And inside the spreadsheet, you're also going to get a growth modeling tool that will allow you to sort of simulate what needs to happen inside your business to hit your desired revenue target simply by plugging in your existing marketing and sales metrics. Hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.